tonight we are going on a weird, wild journey together because due to the increasing threat of the coronavirus, we wanted to do the responsible thing and not have an audience. Okay, we have some people, but they work for us and they are sitting 6 feet apart as recommended by the CDC, and also because they hate each other. We considered using a laugh track tonight, but unfortunately the only sound cues we had on hand were the woos from Saved by the Bell when Zach Morris kissed Kelly Kapowski. So, nice. We won't have audience laughter, but we might have my laughter because my writers have added some jokes that I haven't seen before, starting now. I'm Samantha B, and I'm responsible for 20 unsolved murders along the Florida Panhandle. God damn it, guys. I told you that in confidence. Okay, fine. The world is ending, but let's pretend we're still gonna have an actual election in November. Who knows? Last night, 6 states voted in the Democratic primary. It was a big night for Joe Biden and a weird night for CNN.
Bernie Sanders, not happening right now. Joe Biden now is the winner of the Mississippi primary. Joe Biden carries Mississippi. There we have it, right there. You can see it. Maybe you can't see it.
Just make a decision, deep state. Okay, looks like the crew from CNN is already working from home, and I don't blame them. With more than 100,000 cases of coronavirus worldwide, many leaders are taking extreme but necessary precautions. Schools in China have been closed for over a month. Italy is on lockdown, and the governor of New York has ordered a containment zone in Westchester County, where the state National Guard is being deployed to clean schools and deliver food. I mean, it sounds scary, but also like the opening scene of a very topical porn. It's where I get all my news. Meanwhile, our president is bravely denying anything is wrong.
No, I'm not concerned at all. No, I'm not. No, we've done a great job. We're prepared and we're doing a great job with it, and it will go away. Just stay calm. It will go away. Be calm. It's really working out, and a lot of good things are going to happen. Anybody that needs a test gets a test. They're there. They have the tests, and the tests are beautiful.
Rest assured, America, these tests are so hot, you'll want to get them pregnant. That's not true. I wish I could knock up a test right now, but there aren't any. To date, the U.S. has tested fewer than 5,000 people for COVID-19, which is far behind other developed countries. The White House is completely mishandling this very real, very scary pandemic. Last week, the White House overturned the CDC's recommendation for seniors to avoid taking flights, a recommendation that would have benefited a lot of senior citizens, except for my dad, who was like this close to making it into the Mile High Club. You'll get there one day, Pops. You're my hero. But at least conservatives, oh my God, my dad's gonna die. Okay. But at least conservatives are following the president's terrifying spread of misinformation.
And it is this virus, which is caused by the Chinese, this Wuhan virus.
The Chinese coronavirus really is Chinese. China did this to the world.
The most encouraging thing is actually happening out of China, who started this whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. And the whole thing is to show that their measures at containing it have actually worked.
Even though they started it and have yet to apologize.
China, we know it's not your bad, but could you please send Brian Kilmeade an edible arrangement so he'll shut the fuck up? Tying coronavirus to China and Chinese people isn't just a racist dog whistle. It's a whole racist orchestra. It's a mighty, mighty racist bass tone, which brings me to this important point. The coronavirus is not an excuse to be racist. Look, I know racism is like America's weighted blanket. When everything is stressful, nothing makes us feel more secure than treating other people like trash. At Columbia University, some dillhole wrote on a blackboard that the library was a Wuhan virus isolation area. In Utah, the Shenyun dance troupe was the victim of a rumor claiming they were carrying the virus. That's obviously not true. But if they were, they would carry it beautifully. Oh, good woo. And at a Washington Costco, a worker handing out free samples told an 8-year-old boy wearing a mask to get away from her because she thought he'd give her the coronavirus. Are you kidding me? That tray of room temperature ham samples probably already has every other disease imaginable after sitting there getting groped by customers all day. If anything, a little coronavirus might kill the listeria. Right. We also have the sound cue from Growing Pains when Boner's parents kicked him out of the house. Guys, that sucks. Boner died. Sorry, I'm not even laughing. Across the country, fear of the disease is taking a toll on Asian American-owned businesses.
How has coronavirus impacted your business?
Tremendous.
Lamb says he's lost $1.5 million and business is down around 50%.
What do you think the reason is?
The coronavirus, it is just scared to get infected by Chinese people.
Holy shit, that is so stupid. Avoiding Chinese restaurants because you think every Chinese person has coronavirus? That is like not going to IKEA because you think all Swedish people want to burn you alive in a bear suit, which they do. The media's use of stereotype-enforcing images can be just as damaging. Major news outlets have repeatedly misused photos of Asian faces in masks to illustrate stories about coronavirus, regardless of who or what the story is about. That is lazy, especially because if they dug a little deeper, they'd see that there are dozens of photos of me on Getty wearing face masks that they could be using. I don't wear them because they're effective. I wear them because I like to try on new chins. Across the country, Asian Americans have been the victims of racist attacks. In Los Angeles County, a 16-year-old boy was beaten up so badly at school he had to go to the hospital. In New York, a subway rider verbally harassed and sprayed Febreze on a man he believed to be Asian. What the f? The only person you should be afraid of in that situation is the guy who keeps Febreze on him at all times. Whatever that Febreze is usually for, it is very bad. Businesses are also using fears of coronavirus to deny service to Asian customers.
This week in Plymouth, Indiana, this person at a Super 8 denied a room to the two Hmong men filming this video.
If you're from China, I need to know, because there's a coronavirus going around, and anyone from China, I am told, has to be picked up and quarantined for 2 weeks.
Wyndham Hotels, who franchises Super 8, said they're deeply troubled and that there is no corporate policy denying rooms to guests who are Chinese.
Hey, no one should feel scared to stay there because they're Asian. They should feel scared to stay there because they will probably be eaten out the ass by bedbugs. These are not rare, isolated incidents. They are ubiquitous, dangerous, and so pervasive, they've prompted a CDC official to warn that being Asian is not a risk factor for coronavirus. Unfortunately, the CDC then had to declare that being Asian is a risk factor for getting assaulted by racists. COVID-19 is scary, and it's made even scarier because our government is mishandling this crisis, and conservative media is using Asian people as scapegoats. The Trump administration is not going to save us. We have to take care of each other. It is not okay to mistreat people out of fear and panic, especially when we're doing so many other stupid things out of fear and panic. I have spent the last week stockpiling beans and making my own hand sanitizer out of bleach and lube. Asterisk, asterisk. Do not do that.